I've done a couple of builds so far with the new Life and Death expansion pack, but I have yet to build in that scary Morningvale neighborhood. It's literally called Morningvale, like you're mourning somebody who has died. And it says there's something otherworldly about Morningvale. Maybe it's the way the wind howls through the moss-draped trees, the eerie clang from the bell tower at odd hours, or the sentient plants. No matter the reason, many ghosts choose to call this place home. And it's kind of got this like scary, fog-filled, eerie vibe to it. There's usually a starter home on this lot, but I bulldozed it because I want to try and build something to replace it. It is literally called the Cozy Casket House. Yeah, you can kind of see what I mean by scary over here, but it's kind of fun. There's like this very glistening, baleful bog area. There's lots of dead trees, and there's even some really pretty like pink bushes. So I want to try and use a lot of this stuff out of Debug to landscape our lot. Also, we have a budget, but I don't think I'm gonna stick to that. I can see myself cheating for some more money very quickly in this build. Oh wow, the lighting is always like really something. Oh no, look at this color. Okay, let's just embrace it. It's fine. We really only need one bedroom in this house, but I think I'll probably leave an extra one in case these Sims end up having kids. So I'm kind of thinking that I'll want like one bedroom, but also an office with this build. And it has unfortunately turned out to be a little bit bigger than I think it probably should be. I want to be able to put a fence all the way around it, so I need space on the side of the lot so we can actually fit the fence in. This is what I mean when I say we're not going to stick to the budget, because like there's no way that we can do this, pay for that massive expensive fence, and then also make a 30,000 simoleon house. Like it's just not going to happen. I think I'll also get rid of the foundation for now because I know that we're going to have to use some Debug landscaping, so there's no point in paying for it right away. What happens if I try to make like a kind of tall and pointy house? Is that weird? I think the answer is yes. What if I tried to do it tall and pointy, but then have like a less pointy section? It almost looks a bit like a witch's hat, which was not my intention. Now, how is that gonna look floor plan wise? I guess I could probably have two bedrooms like this and then have a staircase right there. That should be fine. I have decided that I want to make a fake greenhouse in the back like that. And I'm kind of wondering about a second balcony, but maybe this second one could be covered, so we could put the roof kind of like this. Gives it, oh wow, it's kind of some weird shapes to it, but maybe that's cool. I don't know. All right, listen, I'm gonna have to probably change the colors of these things later on, like all at once, but this is a starting point. Curious about this thing too. I've not used this item yet. I don't know if that even looks good right there, but maybe I'll try. Oh, it's brightest at night, which is so interesting. I think it's because one of the, what the heck? Is that like a shadow from the creepy tree? Or is it just, I guess there's a lot of sun over there, so this tree is reflecting on it. Okay, here's what I'm thinking for the front porch. We've kind of got like this long pathway going up to the front. We've got a very interestingly shaped house on the downstairs, and then we've got a small upstairs. I think in the actual back here, I'm probably gonna wanna get some sort of patio space right here. And then I was picturing these amazing greenhouse type windows could go around the whole back, like right there. I just made it bigger. I don't know if I should have. We'll see how this goes. I think that could be an ensuite bathroom though. I might make that into an ensuite bathroom and this into a fake balcony. I haven't built something that's like basically completely black yet. I've been using a lot of like reddish and purpley colors in my builds. I think this is our time to make it like very dark, very, very dark and very fancy. Is that even black? Oh, come on, place this. Come on. I'm actually begging you to change it. What is wrong with you? Freezes are so annoying to work with in this game. It's honestly unbelievable. Is that like a nice clean black window? I mean, I can't really tell. It doesn't look that, oh, it does look dirty still. Never mind. There is a broken version too, but I don't think I want this house to be broken. I'm honestly obsessed with this. I really, really like that trim. I think the frieze looks so cool. I especially like it around the column areas. Oh my goodness. Don't do that. I almost put that on the wrong wall height. Please don't go up. Stay right here. I really should have picked the color first. I don't know why I decided to do the whole thing and then come back to pick the color, but that was a poor decision. I've made it like 10 times harder for myself to change everything. But I think that's the whole exterior shape done. Obviously, it'll get raised up on a foundation. I'd like to think about windows and doors first though. Oh, I don't like that. Maybe I'll do this one. That could be our little back door. So one of the weird things about this like weird CFE version of the game that I'm playing is that every time I open the game again, it resets all of the items so that it thinks that they're all new, even though I've built like a million things and I've played the game for hours and hours and hours. Every time I reopen it, it resets all of them. I think they did that on purpose to make it like easier to find the new stuff, but it's not easier for me, and in fact, it just annoys me. I actually find it really frustrating. I hate looking at the gold. I have to click it nonstop. But if this has been bothering you too, don't worry, me and you both. And I've done this a million times since the pack came out. Oh, I need to use those in the backyard. How do those windows look from the inside? That's really pretty actually, right? I think I like it. I will say, I think there's a handful of like different shades of black happening. Oh, I can see it better this way. Like there's a black wood and then like this black stone, and the black stone texture is a little bit more gray. That is not very reassuring to me, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it'll be okay. I don't know how this is gonna work. This might have to be a fake balcony again. We can have a real balcony right here and then a fake balcony on the other parts, okay? I think that's good for the windows for now. Now we gotta pick brick wallpaper. There is like a grayish brick and also a black brick. I'm not sure which one is best to use. I'm kind of leaning towards the gray. I think it looks a little bit better because it has a tiny bit of extra contrast. We also have this dark wood floor, so I'll put that everywhere inside too. And then I was gonna put these little wood floors on the porches. I've been using these lights outside next to like all the balcony doors and stuff on all my other builds, and I really like how this light looks. I don't know, I just think it's so pretty. So I'm gonna go and put those around the doors that we've got so far. I also have no idea what kind of pathway to use. I haven't really been super thrilled by any of them so far. I think even like a gray brick like this might be the best option. And now I'm gonna break out the Debug landscaping because I don't think I want to use real landscaping. I can show you, but when I put, for example, like these bushes in, you see how green it looks? And nothing else is that color. Like that's just not gonna work. Life and Death has loads of landscaping, even like these weird pink bushes. Well, I shouldn't call them weird because I am kind of obsessed with them, but I want to do it all custom with Debug instead because then we can really get our own bushes and stuff everywhere. Are there any of these? Oh, there's one right there. I was gonna say, are there any of these trees? Yes. Yes, there are. There's one literally across the street from this build. I'll put that in the corner. Even the trunk is like a really dark color. That's so cool. Well, see, these are pink, but the ones that they have around over there are blue. And then we also have these little black roses. So I think I'd like to use those around a little bit. Are there like planters? Oh, yes, actually there are. I wonder if I could do this. Imagine that was like raised up next to the front door. I think that's pretty cool. I could probably even alt place them a little bit better. Yeah, see, they're too light. I don't want them to be light colors like that. What is the difference between the standard and deluxe? Oh, it's the colors of the base. Or not. Okay, standard crow has swatches. Deluxe crow only has one. Ghost cow plant. Sorry. Grimbrosia plant. See, I haven't even seen that part of the pack yet. Oh, this is lovely. Let's use this. I mean, it's also like dead, but that's what makes it lovely. The dark colors blend in really nicely with the world. It matches with the pink. That is exactly what I want it to look like. Okay, I think I've got the landscaping mostly done. I feel like once we put the foundation back and then add some terrain paint, it's all gonna make sense. It just needs to get raised up a little bit. I'm so glad to finally have a new foundation. I feel like we never get enough of these. It's such a relief to have one that actually matches with the build items. Oh, okay. The trim that I put for the railing, it does clip with my flowers, so I'm gonna leave it without a railing, I've decided. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we could put the little light strings up until this point, and maybe I shrink the yard a little bit more. I know it looks like maybe a little bit weird because it's not completely even. We could also do it with just two of them, I guess. Oh my God. Accidentally, that fits perfect. That's like literally the perfect square right there. Maybe I'll do a terrain paint back there for the little backyard. That's really pretty. I'm feeling good about this. I think the last couple builds that I did with this pack, I wasn't really sure about. So it's definitely a relief to be doing one that I feel a little bit more confident with. Look at how fancy those doors are. It feels kind of silly, but I guess it's nice. Okay, so keeping in mind that this will be the kids' bedroom right here. We've got hallway. This is the primary bedroom. They have an ensuite bathroom. And then downstairs, maybe I can make this little section. Of course, that's like the most beautiful, perfect window. So maybe not. I was gonna say maybe I can make this section into a bathroom. Oh no, maybe the kitchen should go over here. We do need to find somewhere downstairs to put a bathroom. The question is just where. Maybe the staircase could get moved. Hold on. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, let's think. It's gonna be fine. Oh, if we did it like this, I could even extend the primary bedroom. It is very tight up here. It is a very small little hallway, but maybe that's better. Okay, so we have the staircase kind of tucked away in the corner back here. Perhaps this does become the bathroom. So it's a 2-bathroom house. We have one downstairs and one upstairs. Maybe the kitchen goes along these walls in this little area. I need to cheat for money. What did I tell you? We are completely out. Okay, so perhaps the living room goes like this. We'll get a really fancy sofa right there. We've got a front door. This kind of has you walking straight into the back of a couch, which maybe isn't perfect, but it's okay. It's okay. We can then have the dining room in this little section. Maybe it's only 4 chairs. I don't know. This room could be like the office, sitting room, games room, something. I don't know. Something goes back there. Let me think if there's maybe another direction that this could have gone that would have been better. Because I guess it is possible that we could have split it up like this instead. And then your Sims don't walk directly into the wall. It's a little bit tighter like this. I don't know. I think I prefer how it looked before with the living room being a little bit bigger. Even if your Sims are sort of entering the front door into the back of the sofa, I think maybe it's fine. Whoa, look at the lighting from Managed Worlds. It makes the trees green. And we know that they're white, so that's kind of fun. Okay, well, I'm now filtering through every single item that came with Life and Death because I want to put as much of it as I can. I think I'm actually going to use this item and put it right next to the front door. This is the memorial display. I'll probably switch out the stuff on it, but I think that's good to put right there. I can use these curtains. I haven't gotten to use these yet. They keep not fitting anywhere. I actually really like how that looks. That's so nice. I want the crow. Maybe I'll put the crow next to the front door, or maybe the grandfather clock would have been better next to the front door. It is a bit tight over there now. Maybe not necessarily in a good way, but it's fine. Does it come in more than one swatch? Oh, wow. There's 2 black swatches, but it's got different books. So it kind of gives you some variation. Okay, I will change the colors of these things. Don't worry. I'm kind of just putting furniture in right now so I can visualize it a little bit better. Fabulous kitchen sink. Oh, great. The color of the black on the fridge and on the cabinets is different. So it doesn't look like it's built in. So that's super cool. Wow. Don't you just love when this game does stuff like that to us? Okay, well, here's the kitchen. I still need a new spot for my crow. I guess I could just put it over here. So there's a couple of different chandeliers in this pack. There's like the really wacky, very fancy, multi-tiered candle one. And then there's this one, which is a little bit more modern looking. It's kind of like the same thing, but with more modern vibes. And this is very difficult for me because I feel like there's a lot of more modern furniture in this pack, which is nice, but it also does not really mix and match very well. Does this not come in solid black? It comes in like brown and black. Are you kidding? Okay, I won't use it. Anyway, it's been very difficult for me because I want to make these like traditional houses with the windows, but then we have this like more modern, fancy, glam type of furniture, and it is a little bit hard to combine the two. We also have this giant coffee table, which I love, but I don't think really fits in this room because it's quite tight right here. Like, do I want to use this? Does it come in all black? Yeah, okay. I guess we're doing black with like some blue accents because of this on the rug. Inside the house, I think I'll just use a regular plain stair railing. Well, it's not quite plain, but you know, it's a base game stair railing. The one from the pack is really nice, but it definitely has like almost a more rustic vibe to it in all of the swatches, so it's kind of hard to use. There's not a lot of rustic wood tones inside of this house right now. So if I make all of the lights a more warmer yellow tone, do you think that I could use these 2 chandeliers together? Or should I probably just stick to using the more modern one? I used the fancy chandelier in my other build with the pack, so maybe it's okay. Also, the cat's here. She's insisting on hanging out, so if you see ears or you hear any yelling, don't worry, that's just my cat. Does this decal come in any black colors? Oh, wow. Wait, that's actually really pretty, and it kind of matches the rug. Maybe we could try to mix that in. What's the wallpaper situation looking like? So this is the all black paneling. Oh my gosh. I think I'll do brick inside of the little greenhouse room. And then with the living space, I mean, maybe I could use the same brick again behind the kitchen. We don't really have like a backsplash that will work. So you know what? I honestly wasn't expecting to keep it all with the all black wallpaper everywhere, but I actually really like that. I think the black paneling is like really cool. We can do the same thing in the hallway upstairs, and then we can use the more patterned wallpapers in the bedrooms. She keeps going and then coming back. It's like all of a sudden there's a tail back again. The base game is not really good for tile. Like the options that we have here are pretty dire. Oh, I still have a staircase in the backyard, sorry. I wonder if I could try to combine these 2 colors together because I kind of like that one. That's a fun pattern. Do I want to make the toilet black too? I never do that. What if I had a couple of wall lights on either side of the sink? I know it's very dark, but I think that's amazing. This bathroom's so cool. I'm gonna see if I can manage to get a tub upstairs. This is where the money thing, like seriously, we are so out of money for these Sims. I guess I could also extend this if I wanted to, and then I would have space for the tub. There's nothing wrong with that. Slightly bigger bathroom upstairs. I wonder if we could then do like double sinks, because it's the primary bathroom, so it makes sense to have two. Yeah, really not that many things come in all black in this game. Oh, can I use this circle rug underneath the dining table? I think that fits. How is that color scheme wise? I think it's okay. We're mixing in some of that blue anyway. Okay, we don't have a TV in this house, so I'm gonna get us a kind of expensive computer to try and make up for it. I'm also thinking about putting music on this. I don't really know if I like how that looks. Oh, maybe I won't have the desk in the center of the room. Maybe I will scoot it over because I kind of prefer that actually. And then I can custom angle these. Can this be sized down and still work? Yeah, I need to make more of an effort to put more music players inside of my Sims builds because you need them so often and I never have one. I never have one when I need it. Oh, I like that better because that has the little skulls in it. It's kind of like death flower symbols. Okay, let's think about upstairs. So in this little upper hallway, I'm gonna put that chandelier again. I sized it down. I hope that they can still get upstairs. I might actually check that because sometimes they're silly about stuff like that. Oh yeah, we're fine. Okay, they can get up, play tested. If I were to get curtains and put them on these walls, can they still get up? Would you like to go back down and test it for me? Yeah, I think that they can walk past curtains fine. You just have to be careful because sometimes they won't. You'd think they would, but then sometimes it doesn't work right. The weirdest things can trip them up. I'm gonna try a bonsai tree right here, just so we have something else to do in the hallway. I'm gonna put a chess table on this little patio and then maybe also some planter boxes. I like the idea of having a small garden upstairs, so I'll give them the space to do it. I'm thinking, what happens if I size this down? Oh, wow. I guess that's one benefit of the game not thinking that these are curtains because you can put them on more window shapes and it still works. But I don't think I'll use that in here. Unless, no, it can't be done. And it looks really silly if you raise it up. Unless, well, wait a minute. Sorry about the back and forth. I guess if I put a bed in front of it, you won't know. Like if this is right here, you can't see that it's cut off. So maybe that actually works out perfectly. Okay, I used the other fancy desk downstairs. So I'm gonna put this one upstairs because there's two desks in this game. That is as far over as I can scoot the door and have it still work. And hopefully I can put the dresser right here. Oh, it's very tight. How about a little bit more? I honestly don't know if I was still talking when Snap screamed just then. If so, I apologize. My cat has gotten very loud in her old age and I have sort of learned to not tune it out, but like I'm so accustomed to her screaming that it doesn't always faze me. So sometimes she screams in a video and I like don't react, but it's just because she does that a lot. When she walks into her bed, she'll sit down and scream. And that's kind of what she just did. I think I'm gonna use this fancy wallpaper for the kids' room. This room has turned out very dark. Darker than I thought it would be. Also, the sim that lives here is going to be in the Grim Reaper career, so I probably could give them that. There are a couple pieces of Grim Reaper art that we can decorate with. It was definitely looking a little bit lighter and brighter from the downstairs, but maybe it's okay if this upstairs room is really dark. I can make this an heirloom. Why would I want to do that? Okay, does this come in like dark blue? I guess I can use this bluish color for the kids' room. And I think that I'll decorate it as though there's a toddler that's living here. In this household, the Sims don't actually have any kids, at least not yet, but I will have them have kids eventually, or at least a kid. So I'm kind of building this in advance. Plus, I wouldn't want to give you like a sad, unfinished build video. I'd want it to be finished before I post it. Oh, I just had an idea. Can I fit like, from Life and Death, they've got those sort of like filing cabinet items. I haven't used these anywhere, but maybe I could put two of them. That seems pretty good. It takes up more of the space. I was thinking that it looked kind of empty on this wall, so I'm pleased with there being more furniture. Oh, I could put this on the other one. That's good, right? And that comes in black. I mean, everything in the pack goes in black, but you know. I think I'll put the tarot cards on the coffee table so we have some. And I guess now we just try and decorate the kids' room as best we can. I can put a little ghosty on this. Oh, I should put this Grim Reaper gnome in the front yard somewhere. It just feels right. Maybe the kid can have a car on their little dresser. Okay, I think that might be the whole interior finished. I now want to go back and think about the patio space a little bit more. Oh, I deleted the back door. Okay, you might hate this, but when I played this the other day, I sort of realized that there is literally nothing anywhere that matches these appropriately. None of the doors worked. I was so frustrated. But maybe we could just put this little small one right next to it. So that's how you exit from the inside of the house. And maybe I can give them some kind of classic backyard items, like a grill, perhaps a little umbrella table we could put on this porch. Okay, I'm kind of trying to fill in this area that's underneath these lights. I might even want to make it like a little bit larger, because we could kind of make it more rounded and then fill in the space. There's not a lot of options in the base game for stuff that we could use out here. I will probably get a telescope. Normally I might put like a fire pit or something, but we can't really do that. We do have this new bonfire. This came in the base game with the newest update, but I'm not really feeling bonfire energy from this house. I might get myself some planter boxes because one of my Sims is gonna be in the Undertaker career, so I think they're gonna need garden space. I have to cheat for a little bit more money. Oh no. Maybe that's like somebody's mom in that little grave in the backyard. You can put flowers on it for them, which is kind of cute. Maybe I should have put these things in this section. I guess I could put the telescope up here somewhere to take up space. Oh, and maybe I could get more planter boxes. We could do like 2 more. That seems good. Oh no, all the dirt that I put looks kind of bad. I think the dirt is like almost too light for this lot because it's so dark outside. Oh, that's clipping. You can't have that. Okay, I'm using this dirt and I'm just trying to add a little bit underneath. Maybe this would have been better if I had just used terrain paint instead. I'll actually come back to that. Let me do all the dirt first. I think I used this one in the backyard. Yeah, I actually think that looks a lot better. Well, this is what our fancy little house looks like. I'm not sure if I like the roof. Maybe I need to add some more. What happens if I put these things on it? Did I just make it worse? No, let's try it. Let's try it. And maybe I'll try the chimney too. You know what? I'm committing to the weird pack stuff. I think that's the end of the house. I think we finished it completely. I'll give you a quick tour of it again. Here's kind of like a top-down overview of the first floor. It's all one room. It's not that big, but it's furnished nicely. It's very expensive, and it's got everything you might need inside. There's one bathroom downstairs, and there's also an office downstairs. And then upstairs, we've got a tiny hallway, a toddler's room, a primary bedroom, and they have an ensuite bathroom plus a balcony. I guess because we have a toddler, I could probably put a toddler potty inside of this bathroom. Okay, now it's done. In total, it ended up costing 79,000 simoleons, which is very expensive. I can't save it to my library or anything, but hopefully I'll be able to get this save over to the real game so I can put it on the gallery once I've got the real game. I don't even know when or if I'm posting this video, to be honest, but hopefully the pack is out by now. And if you want to watch me play in this house and play with these Sims, I probably posted that first, so I'll link that down below for you, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Okay? Bye, everybody. You know, I set out to make a quick little house just to use for these Sims to play in. I wasn't gonna record it, I was just gonna make it real fast, and then I did this. I made this ridiculously long video.